Hello everyone, and welcome to the video on Pythagorean theorem. We're just going to look at a couple of examples. The first one solving for when we're looking for the hypotenuse, and the other when we're solving for another side, which we sometimes call a leg. So let's start with the hypotenuse example. First thing you want to do is you want to write out the formula that you're going to use. So in this case, we're going to be using c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Now, a and b are interchangeable. It doesn't matter which side you label a and b. So let's just label this side a and this side b. And then we're just going to replace a with what we know it's equal to. And we're going to replace b with what we know it's equal to. So our next line is going to be c squared is equal to a gets replaced by 17. B gets replaced by 8. So 17 squared plus 8 squared. Okay, and you can use your calculator going from here. So c squared is equal to, we'll bring this up, we'll do 17 squared. Okay, so that's going to be 289 plus 8 squared is 64. So we'll just add 64 to 289, and we get 353 is c squared. Now be careful, don't stop there. Now you have to find what c is. So to find c, you're just going to take the square root. So the square root of 353, which you can see on my calculator there, is 18.79 when we round it off. So that's our answer there when we're looking for the hypotenuse. So the key step here is know what formula to start with. So let's go over to the other side here. And this side, this time we're going to solve for a side that is not the hypotenuse. So the formula we've been using, a squared equals c squared minus b squared. Now it matters which side you label as which, because the side across from the right angle is the hypotenuse, and we always label that with a c when we're using Pythagorean theorem. Now we can just label the other side b. And when we write in our numbers, all we're going to do is replace the c with what we know c is the same as, which is 42. So let's do that. So this is going to be 42 squared. And we'll replace the b with what we know the b is equal to, which is 36. So you can see my changes there in red. Everything else stays the same. And once again, you can just bring up your calculator. Most people can't do 42 squared quickly in their head. So we'll just write it down, 1764. Use your calculator again for 36 squared, and we get 1296. So that's a squared. Then what we're going to do is do our subtraction. So 1764 minus 1296. And we're left with a squared is equal to 468. And we take the square root to finish that off. So a is equal to the square root of 468, which I've already done in my calculator there, is 21.63. Now just be careful. Both of these measurements were given in meters, so we have to make sure we have meters given there. So once again, as long as you make the correct decision on which formula you want to use, and you always substitute in the thing that you know the letter is equal to. So in this case, c gets replaced with 42. B gets replaced with 36. If you can do both of those examples, you can solve basically any question